Sponsors.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. I'm your host, Mike Barra, in Las Vegas, Nevada, joined today, as I always am on Mondays and Wednesdays, and maybe someday once again on Fridays, my co-host, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair, Jennifer Falah in Hayden, Idaho. Jen, how is your wonderful Wednesday going on this wonderful Wednesday?
Good. It's cool
Good.
today.
It's good. It's good. All right. We now have supposedly people are going to get warned now on YouTube that our show is coming up. Supposedly Brian figured out how to do that yesterday. We don't know. However, we will do the thing that we've been doing lately, which is to share the screen and get the advertising done and out of the way right at the beginning. So if you ever lose track of the show, you can't find it, you don't get an update, what you want to do is slide over to mikebarra.blogspot.com, where you will see and hear all of the shows archived. You'll also be able to pick up my books, have links to lectures that I've given, live videos I've done on subjects like the Calvine UFO photo, interviews with people in the UFO community, and be able to go back to my archives all the way back for articles I've written back when people used to write on the internet, way back to 2007. So mikebarra.blogspot.com to keep up with everything, and that actually sends you to... Guess what? The Rumble channel. Real News Live with Mike and Jen is the official channel. We want you to get over there and subscribe. We've got 4,570 followers now over there. So get over there and follow us. And one of the cool things you can also do over on the Rumble channel is you can actually hit the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Little red subscribe button down there, and that helps you, or helps us, by contributing a mere $5 a month to the show. Why are we not, Jen? Why are we not operating here? Why? There we are. Okay, there we are. I'll hit the subscribe button down here. You can contribute to the show for $5 a month, and what you get for that privilege is when we get to questions and answers, you get to get your questions answered first by Jennifer Falah Doring. Right now, Jen, we're up to 200 subscribers. We've got 4,500 followers. We would like each and every one of you to subscribe for $5 a month. It's the best way to help the show, keep the doors open, and make everybody happy. Also, please do not forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at thecbdgurus.com. You see their logo in the upper left-hand corner of the video, usually cutting into Jen's head, but not today because she's not on screen. These are all kinds of cool CBD-based products for your health. Hit wholesale, hit the Mike B wholesale tab, type in the discount code ALIEN, no A. No capital A, no S, just ALIEN. And there's also some further discount codes inside there, and you can pick up all kinds of cool wholesale specials this week, including stuff like the sleep gummies, which are wonderful, the regular gummies, the Delta 8 for relaxations, the pain cream, the Lotion 2000, great for skin care, and all kinds of stuff like the pet oil, the immune system booster, and the Get In Loser, We're Taking America Back t-shirts, which are only $4.88 right now. Also, please don't forget to visit our other wonderful sponsors, MikeBarraPets.com, where you can pick up all kinds of cool mushroom-based supplements for your dogs, your cats, your horses, yourself, based on the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, based on the reishi mushroom, based on all kinds of other holistic, wonderful ingredients. Click on the Shop Now tab. It'll slide you right in there. I've got Barkley on the Mojos and the Mush Puppies. Nobody can believe this dog is 11 going on 12. He's going to be 12 this year. Nobody can believe it. They all think he's a puppy, partly because he's little and cute, But these are wonderful products. Again, Mush Puppies and Mojos, Mush Puppies Plus. I've got Miss Fluffy Muffy on the pet balm now to try to heal up her hot spots. They've got the super sauce for dogs and cats. The Chill Doggies are a new product to keep your dog calm if he gets anxiety, separation anxiety, that kind of thing. The Mush Ponies are for the horses. Wonderful stuff for the horses. And then the Enforce line of mushroom-based human holistic supplements for your immune system, for your organs, for your brain, and basically just for an immune system booster. They got all kinds of cool stuff. They got chocolates, they got coffee, they got body balm, they got starter packs. Send an email to Diana at MikeBarraPets@gmail.com. Links to all this stuff are in the description. And get on over there if you got any issues with your pups or your cats or your horses. Also, please don't forget to visit the link in the description where you get the ACN family of companies. We're primarily focusing on identity theft protection, ID Seal, and Impact Healthcare. Impact Healthcare is a wonderful company that does health sharing. It's not an insurance company. It's 10 times better than an insurance company because you pay less. The doctors get paid more. They get paid faster. You can go to any doctor you want. Slide on over there. Follow the link in the description. Watch some of the videos. And then choose. If you want to enroll, go ahead and enroll there. You can also become an independent business owner. And for a very small fee, resell the product yourself if you think there's a lot of people that would benefit from it. And I know quite a few would. Impact Health Sharing is absolutely cool. Also, don't forget, there's a link in the description to Legal Shield. They're our new partner here. It's I wish they would work with ACN. It would be great if they did, but they are great at offering legal plans as low as $30 a month. It gives you access with immediacy to lawyers if you have an issue, if you want to make a will, if you want to go through a divorce, if you want to file paperwork of any kind that is, any legal process, go there. They'll hook you up with a lawyer. You'll get highly discounted fees. I'm on the $59.95 a month plan, and I also there's a small business plan, there's a commercial driver's plan, there's identity protection as well, and I also got the gun writer because I'm a gun owner and I want to be able to have access to a lawyer who understands Nevada gun laws intimately, which is exactly how they hook you up. LegalShield.com, link in the description. I think that's it. Jen, what's going on over at JenniferFallah.com this week?
Well, if you'd like to get a healing from me, if you'd like to get a reading with me, if you'd like to purchase my classes, I am accepting new students. You can purchase the classes, and then you can email me after about signing up to receive private psychic development coaching from me, and I'll give you a deal on those sessions. It's a good time to get a weight loss healing. Spring and summer are coming before you know it. So go to JenniferFallah.com today. You can also reach Susan Gretz and Marcy Howell there.
Cool. Okay. So that is what is going on over at JenniferFallah.com. Okay. I guess before we get started on the Gentel update, let's give you the news. Such as it is, there isn't a whole, I don't know how much a shit ton is, but there's not a whole shit ton of news. There is some news.
Shit ton is a lot.
A shit ton is a lot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a little bit of news. It's less than a shit ton. Okay, so if you watched Mark this morning, you got that he thinks we're on target for the budget to be implemented on Friday. That means that they input a new number in terms of the rate, and it filters all the way through the budget document, and everything is funded to get Iraq back into, to change it from a third world country to a second or first world country, which is what the whole objective of this process is. In order to do that, they must have a rate change first. They could do it at exactly the same time, but it seems unlikely. The word on the street, according to videos like the Nader video is it's controversial. I have a lot of people saying, "Oh no, that's that's not a real video. It was from a year ago." I don't remember that video a year ago, and I've had some confirmation from one of my sources that no, it's current. It would really help if he would give the date when he would do his videos, and everybody did that. It would be really a lot easier to figure this stuff out. But what he said is that the U.S. Treasurer is in Iraq right now to visit with al-Sudani and the leaders, and at Donald Trump's instructions to get this thing done. So in order to release the budget on Friday, guess what? They have to have a rate today or tomorrow. Today's a good day because the Forex update's on Wednesday. So it would be a good day to do it today. My information is this is true. My sources tell me that we do have a source. We do have the treasurer is in Iraq to get this job done. There's not exactly a gun to their heads, but it's pretty close to that. You go further, a little bit deeper than that. Nader says he has a source in LA. I know who his source is. My source knows that source. He is connected to the Treasury. The person who gave him the information about the contingent being in Iraq is very connected to the Treasury. Other people who I can't name, who also know people in the Treasury, are also telling me today or tomorrow. So they're very excited about the next couple of days. I'm sure TNT Tony, when he comes on in a little bit, if he's not on right now, is going to say they're being told it's right now. So that's what everybody's saying. The question is, will it go into next week? Will it go in the next month? We don't know, but there does seem to be some urgency, at least through the rumor mill, to get this thing done now. And so that is pretty much the only update that I have at this point. So Jen, why don't we shift it over to the Gentel from last week and this week?
Yeah.
And I'm going to put it up on the screen here. I've got Susan up there still. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. And we're going to get this all set up. Let me do this. Let me do this. And get rid of the CBD Gurus thing. And we are ready to discuss it because you have some Gentel confirms to brag about.
Or to inform everyone about,
No, well, go ahead and brag. It's okay. You can brag.
Yeah. So I thought you were going to ask me about him and I was just going to respond, but I'll go ahead and line this out for you. So,
okay. Well, no, okay. I can do that. Regulations is the first one that pops up from 121. That's last week anyway.
Yes. And if you watch the press conference with the new press secretary from yesterday, that's where the Gentel confirm is. That's the regulations is Trump slashing regulations, getting rid of regulations, things like that.
So that's in there. We had train wreck. We haven't really had a train wreck yet.
But we have had supply disruptions.
There's an
in the form of like eggs, bird flu. I expect more of this. They're going to try to cause as many domestic problems to keep him busy as they can. And I wouldn't rule out another possible pandemic, but RFK Jr. in the news. We've got that. Gentel confirm. RFK Jr. champion for choice and change. He is. They're working on his confirmation today.
So more earthquakes coming is another one, and we had a bunch of earthquakes.
That happened immediately. We immediately had more earthquakes on that day. Underground tunnels giveaway collapse. So basically, that was confirmed by intel providers through our channels. That was the reason for the earthquakes. And then I explained on Philosophy on Telegram that when I was asking the angels about it, it's like they started not in the middle of the country, but inland, okay, and started rounding these people up. And then they moved towards the coast. So that will give us a good idea on how far they've progressed with the operation. When we can see where most of the activity is, if it's towards the coastal cities, the deportations. But what they're doing is collapsing tunnels underground, and I don't know if they're like how deep these tunnels go, or if they're tunnels that were made by traffickers to stop the escape route. So they know who these people are, because, and then Trump has said that they know who these people are. And I'm thinking, okay, well, how have they lost so many children? You know, they flooded. How would they know who these people are? Because, and I asked about it, and I got that it's because they confiscated or got from the dark side, from deep state, from the cabal, the lists of these numbers, these phone numbers. So you send in 10 guys, you got a group leader, he's got a phone. Okay. They have ATM cards that are loadable. So they are traceable and can be tracked by these cell phones. And a long time we heard about how some of the legal immigrants have been given cell phones. Okay, so they access those records. That's how they're locating them, or have located these criminals that hired thugs that have been flooding our country, who've been sitting there waiting in the wings for the call to action, to create chaos, to blow things up, whatever. And so somehow they got all this information from the dark side of all their minions, their army within our country, and that's who they're working hard to get out of here right now, so that to reduce the size of their army, so they can't create a war from within. So the earthquakes is connected to the tunnel collapse, so that's a Gentel confirm. All right. So that is blocking that.
Okay.
So where are we at now?
License unconstitutional. That one was interesting because there was apparently a ruling about you having a right to travel, which is in the Articles of Confederation. And I've been practicing this for a long time, where they ask if you're licensed and you say, I don't need a license to travel in my own country. And, there's a whole thing that you do about that. But that's pretty interesting.
License, there's a lot of information. I was getting the word license for a couple weeks. A lot of information about license. There's a lot of information connected to the RV about licenses.
Mm-hmm.
There was a SCOTUS ruling, I believe, about licenses, and I believe it was driver's licenses, wasn't it?
Yeah. Your inherent right to travel.
Yes, and so that's, I'm calling it a Gentel confirm because that was in the news, and we heard a lot about licenses in the news. What else we got?
Misinformation circulating about RV.
Absolutely true. There's been so much circulating about the RV right now that tells me we're really close. And we've seen that all over the place, Yeah. I don't know if the guy's in the country right now. I got a yes, but when I saw the video, I thought it was old. So I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
Regulation, executive order. Oh, yeah, the executive orders, we've had 300 of them. Okay. Resistance forming, we saw confirmation of that in different places online. And that's something we really have to keep an eye on. But I think as they get rid of a lot of these illegal people within the country, those numbers will reduce. But they've got U.S. citizens that they'll recruit, basically liberal, young idiots who, oh, come down here and protest this. They pull them in and we'll pay you. Okay, so that's what we have to deal with. So what else did we have? Oh, deportation efforts, biggest one, not highlighted, but above, delay the RV. And we saw that. And then after that, that's what all the gurus were saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So lots of Gentel confirms from the last couple weeks.
So yeah, pretty good track record.
Oh, waves. Waves, I believe, refers to, I thought that we were going to get some kind of tsunami warning somewhere because of the earthquakes, but these are like inland earthquakes. These are smaller earthquakes, and that's connected to the tunnel. So I believe, but what we did see in the news was people talking about waves as it pertains to crypto. So calling that one too.
Okay. All right. So really, really good. Really good stuff there. Before we get to the I forgot completely to mention one other thing that I wanted to mention, which is the upcoming Quantum Summit 2, March 8th and 9th, 2025 in Cape Canaveral, Florida. I will be there along with a lot of your superstar friends, Juana Savin, Nino Rodriguez, Jan Halper Hayes, Carrie Cassidy, Laura Eisenhower, Mark Z, Zester, me, Jaco. A lot of interesting, fun people are going to be presenting in Cape Canaveral, Florida, March 8th and 9th. And it's going to be an exciting event. So once again, I invite everybody to set up there. There's like a gala dinner. There's a whole bunch of stuff. It's just really going to be a cool event, and we want everybody to be there. And Jen, I might say an extra couple of days and take a little trip over to NASA once again and bug the gators in NASA. Okay, so they have a bunch of alligators there. I don't know if you knew that, but they have a bunch of alligators hanging out around NASA, so you don't want to fall into the water there.
You're going to go play with the alligators? Probably not a good idea.
No, I have a picture of me at NASA with a gator over my shoulder, but he didn't come up and bite my head off, but it was pretty cool. All right, a couple questions that I have. I want to ask you about yesterday at the press conference, the first press conference for the new press secretary, who she did pretty well, and I thought was interesting. She gave the explanation on the drones. What she said was they were ours. All the flights were approved by the FAA. I think she might have said experimental, but I did read, I saw some stuff a week or two ago that there have been a lot of patents lately on experimental plasma drives, which are a coming technology for space flight and for in the atmosphere kind of flight. The problem is to get a state in a plasmic state, you have to really superheat something. But I just want to know, did she tell the truth about the drones? The whole truth and nothing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look for it, but I believe I got that somewhere at the time.
Yeah.
That it wasn't the enemy inside the country, that it was some kind, they were collecting data.
Mm-hmm.
And then it snowballed and other people got involved. So that's what. So Gentel confirmed on that.
Mm-hmm.
I love the new press secretary.
I'll find that and make that a confirm, because they also said that they said, hey, what happened then is that people who just like to fly drones also got involved with flying their drones. So she said exactly what you said. That was really interesting. So, okay. All right, guys. So why don't we move on to the question and answer section again? If you get over on Rumble and you are a subscriber for a mere $5 a month, you get your questions answered first.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, let's see, how many people do we have today? We have about 1,800 people in the live stream today. Thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. Let me pop the chat out and share that tab instead and get it all aligned here. Let's do it this way. Ooh, you're too big, Jen. There we go. How's that?
Don't say that to me.
Yeah, not
PTSD.
Not a good thing
we
to
don't
say to a woman.
Word FAT, and we don't say, Jen, you're too big, ever.
We don't say those things.
We don't say those words.
All right. Magnum Mike says happy Wednesday. Thanks, Magnum Mike. Let's go down and see if we can find the questions. Robin says, Dear Jen, will my trip to Vegas go well with Mike L this weekend? Ooh, sounds like somebody's going to have some fun.
Jealous. I want to go to Vegas.
I'd say I want to go to Vegas too.
A little bit of irritation there.
Irritation. Oh.
It works itself out. There's a couple tense moments there, but other than that, yeah.
Okay. Chris Packer wants to know if her hair will ever grow back. I would think so.
You take biotin on a daily basis, a lot of it, but
yeah, biotin's supposed to be really good for your hair.
Yeah, supplementation will help that.
Yeah. Oh, also, guys, I forgot to put the caption at the bottom of the screen. Include your name and the name of the person you are asking about to help get your questions answered. Gary, who did give us his name, says, I keep seeing the numbers 253 in combination. Does it mean something?
253?
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah. I keep seeing numbers 253 or pound 253 could be. I'm not clear what he's asking. Exactly.
Number 253. Yeah. Well, I do think it means something. I do think it's a nod in the angel number direction to look that up. But or to ask me, and to me, 2 means everything's going to be okay. 5, change is coming. 3, you got Jesus helping you. Okay. 3 to me means ascended master, Jesus, higher vibrational. You're getting help from heaven with this. So
yeah,
don't worry, everything's going to be okay. And yes, your prayers are being answered.
Wolfcat is trying to resubscribe. We hope you can do that soon. Just keep working. Oh, there it is. Wolfcat made it. Little red castle at the bottom of the screen. Where is it? There it is.
Thank you.
Thank you for subscribing. We do appreciate that. Okay. Lori Bakemeyer says, Jen, do you see Cliff and I moving to Kentucky anytime soon? Guys, but just stop with the when am I going to? We all know those are sneaky RV questions, and we really don't want to answer it that way. So try to ask your question. Maybe
that's not for Lori and Cliff. That's not an RV question, but
maybe make it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get something a little more exciting and interesting.
Spring, summer, fall. Needed. We can do that.
But, Lori, no. I don't think so. I don't really see that. I see you going there, but not moving there.
Brenda says, we found out yesterday that we're not closing on our home sale tomorrow. Will we close next week with no more issues or problems?
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Okay. Christina Loeb. Lately, I've been feeling tired, overall health issues. Any idea what's going on?
Well, everyone's been feeling tired lately. There's a lot of things that could be going on with that. It could be the January crash that I refer to every year. It's basically going through the holidays and all this other stuff we've been going through. And people just get tired and run down.
Yeah.
It's also like the seasons are off. So everybody's getting kind of like the early spring blues right now. Mm-hmm. I usually get it when I've had a couple months of gray skies and rain. But the energies also right now is making everyone tired. So I've heard it from person after person after person.
I'm sleepy too, and it's sunny here like every day. So
I've been sleepy. Today I'm cold, so I mean, it is cold outside. I'm like really cold, so that means I'm fighting something off. So I'm gonna go take some ivermectin.
Jules in Maryland, sorry to hear about your kitty, Harry Houdini. That's very sad. Sometimes there's nothing you can really do. Esther wants to know if you see her recovering from her illness.
Yeah, I think he needs some antibiotics to get into the. Right now, I'm concerned about the chest area. Okay. I think you got a secondary infection going on. bronchioles at least. But you will get over it, yeah.
Norman Siegel has been invested since 2010. Always confident that the RV will happen on my birthday, February 12th. Could you tell me what time on February 12th? Let's rephrase that, Norman. Is Norman going to have a very happy birthday this year?
That's a good possibility.
That's a good possibility. Love Trumpy. I forget Love Trumpy's real name. Do you remember? Do you know who Love Trumpy is? I forget your real name.
No, what's the question though?
In my reading, you said I would be happy between Greenville and Columbia, South Carolina. There isn't much housing there. Do you see me closer to one or the other of those two cities between Greenville and Columbia?
Yeah, so when I say between, that's anywhere between. That's not like smack dab in the middle, like.
Yeah.
This is why I don't like to give locations, because people like travel and like, well, there's nothing here. I guess I'll build a house here. No. It's approximate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't like measure the distance and go to the exact middle and build a house there.
This is between. This is where we're supposed to live. That's what I don't want you doing.
Yeah. Okay, but you don't see her closer to one or the other right now and being happy.
Oh, okay.
Or Greenville, Columbia.
Greenville.
Elaine says, happy belated birthday, Mike. Thank you. Marie would this is Marie H here. General, I'd be really good at communicating with animals in nature. How long will this take, and any advice? My advice.
You always have been.
Classes,
yeah. That's a very pure telepathic gift. You just have to get over the doubt and the fear and really just work on it. And get past the language. So when they communicate with you, it's going to be in feelings, in desires, in wants, in expressions, and then you're going to transfer that into language, into your mind, but try to get past the language of it. So you're not going to hear them talking to you like, well, yes, I do like the furniture that you put in the living room they're not going to do that. It's going to be very basic, but practice with it.
Okay. Peggy Chavez would like to know if she will receive the funds from her lawsuit soon. Sounds like you won, Peggy. Good for you.
April.
Kathy would like to know, will her ex-husband put their co-owned home up for sale? And any idea when? Excuse me.
In spring. He is planning to do that.
Okay. Carissa says, do you see my kiddos going back to private school next year, or do I shift them to homeschool? It's kind of your decision.
Homeschool. There is some talk of plans to go into private school, and then you pull them out.
Tiffany would like you to know that the baby named Trinity that you said would be placed with us was just placed with us. You are the best. So Gentel confirm. Kathy Wolfcat, who just subscribed. Thank you, Wolfcat. Kathy W says, my nephew Ron Jr. is still homeless, living in a car. Any thoughts on when he may be in a better type of shelter? He's been living like this in the freezing north temperatures. I would think when he wants to, he will.
I don't know if this is true, but I just heard heroin.
Oh.
So there may be some information about this that you're not aware of.
Yeah.
And maybe his choice is to take shelter in certain places. He might avoid that because of that. I could be wrong, but I do feel like he's gotten a couple offers and he declined.
Mary Ferrante has a little Gentel proof. A while back, Jen, I asked if my January 6th friend Cindy Young would have to report to prison on 128. I remember that. And Jen said, no, something happens. That something was
That's right.
It was a full pardon.
Yay.
Full pardon. Local news: one dead after Meta train hits a car near River Grove, Illinois. Okay.
Well, that
Yeah.
is unfortunate, but that is our Gentel firm for the train wreck
Yeah.
in the news.
Probably. Dash Lady wants to know, when do you see us having an EBS of some kind? Jen's talked about this a lot.
We may not have to now.
Yeah, she's not sure she sees one. So,
The only way that we would have to do that now is if he didn't come in immediately and start reducing the size of their army on our soil.
Mm-hmm.
There could be something coming that I'm unaware of or that I don't see. I usually don't see tragedy.
Yeah.
But I think they may just be handling this in such a way that we may not need that, because he's getting people in position in offices that are going to expose all these areas of society where we've been defrauded and we've been lied to and we've been cheated. And that is exciting. And that'll go straight to the mainstream media to inform the public. And so if we would experience a problem with that along the way, they could do that. So I think that's still up in the air. Interesting. The press secretary said yesterday that they are opening up for submissions for citizen journalists, podcasters, to apply for their credentials to
News Live
attend.
has applied. Real News Live has applied.
They have. I don't want to do that. So you're going to do that? You're going to do that, Brian?
If they tell me,
I'm the psychic from Real News Live.
If they tell me to come on Thursday the 17th or something and ask a question in the White House briefing room, yeah, I'm getting on a plane and going there.
Yeah, Brian should totally do that. He'd be good at that too.
I should do that.
Well, yeah, you should do that. But he's the guy who travels all over the place and does that all the time.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's going to be fun. So they're embracing free speech.
Mm-hmm.
So that might eliminate the problem with the mainstream media getting in the way now. So we'll see about EBS.
And let's say they have some vague concept of who we are and what this show does and who I am and what my history is, and they want to get some UFO information out there. They might just very well, you never know, send us an email.
I'm pretty sure you'll probably get in once and then get dragged out.
Yeah. Would you like to ask a question about UFOs, aliens? Yeah, that'll be me.
Start screaming and yelling. I can already hear it in my ears as they drag you out of the.
Yeah. Mom for Jackson, a $17 Rumble rant. 17. Thank you, Mike and Jen, for your consistent reporting and support of this community. Mom for Jackson, thank you. That's very kind of you to drop us. Okay. Nader lives in Florida. That is correct. Amy wants to know if she's going to buy a house in Alabama or Kentucky. See, this is the kind of question we like. Alabama, Kentucky for Amy.
I'm leaning towards Alabama. I think he would be happiest there.
Okay. Cheryl says, can you please see if my daughter Paige's house is the reason that her and her children are sick all the time? Like, is there mold there or something? Cheryl wants you to look at Paige's house and see if that's the cause for all the illness.
It's not.
It's not.
They have weakened immune systems. Or the kids are at such ages that where they're just building their immune system and they're going through every virus everything to come in contact with.
Get over to Mike Barrett Pets and get the immune system booster, the Enforce immune system booster. That will help. CBD Gurus also make one. So go get those and let them know you heard about it here, and get those kids, on a little bit of a supplement. Mushrooms are absolutely harmless. So no side effects. Frederica with a $5 Rumble rant. Hi, Frederica. Again. Hi, Jen. Will my project to rescue animals be approved? I also want to employ people to help take care of them because I can't see me handling Cleaning stables. I'm a cuddler, not a cleaner. Okay, well, she just wants to know if her rescue animals project will be approved. It's not exactly a humanitarian project unless they view simply taking care of animals to be a humanitarian thing.
You will need to employ at least 2 people. Yes, it will be approved. Don't worry about the stables. Just push it all out in the middle and push it out into the yard. Have somebody take it away.
Yeah.
Grew up cleaning stables, corrals.
Hire somebody to do that. There's some 15-year-old that needs a job that pays better than a paper route because they don't have those anymore. Debbie says, can you please send me healing energy for my oncoming migraine? Heading to work shortly, and I'm not feeling well at the moment.
Yes. Sure. Okay.
Danae says her son Cam is deciding to leave his college sports team his senior year. Will he be happy and not regret walking away? Wow, I wouldn't do that. If I played college sports, I'd keep playing, but who knows what complications Cam is dealing with. Will he stick with it, or will he regret walking away?
He sticks with it.
Deborah says her husband James is quitting his job this week and taking the Trump severance package. Is my husband quitting his job and taking the severance package? His new boss is a nightmare. I think they're offering an 8-month severance. It's really a pretty good deal.
Thumbs up. Yes, I think it does.
Yeah. I mean, Trump is really smart. This is what I would do. It's like, don't give me a hassle. I'll pay you to go away. Here, go away. And they'll never replace those jobs with the government. So the government will get smaller.
8 months. That's an interesting time period.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Lisa wants to know what is the current condition of the farmhouse. She hasn't been able to get into her farmhouse lately. Don't understand that, but
I don't really understand. Oh, is it okay, or is it all?
Yeah.
That depends. I don't know where it is. Yeah, some water damage. Not big. A little bit.
Brian B says he's not looking for medical advice, but he has a significant swelling of his left foot and ankle. Any thoughts on what's going on with Brian B?
That's either arthritis or gout. Crystals.
Okay.
Crusty things.
Sounds like gout. Okay, where did I lose that question? Oh, Michael C wants to know if the Zim bondholders are getting early access to med beds. That is supposedly one of the deals. If you have a humanitarian project and it's approved, they get you in a med bed, more towards the front of the line. So that is going to be a thing. Carol S says, thanks for the answer to my problem on Monday. It was indeed an ear infection. Do I have any kidney stones actively blocking my ureter? The kidney tubes of the bladder. She wants to know if she's got any kidney stones going on.
What was the name again?
Carol S.
I do see one in the tube. But it moved. Have that checked out. I'm not quite sure if it's still there or if it broke up in the bladder, but I think you're right about that.
Wow, Janice, this is very serious. My brother Steve has been diagnosed with stage 4 brain cancer and metastatic melanoma. Will he be able to get into a med bed? Yes, if they're released in time.
I don't like those questions because they're asking me to tell them if he's going to live or not.
Yeah. I purchased
some of the therapeutics that are out there right now could be really effective on that cancer.
So go out there.
Look into that protocol.
Yeah. Amy wants to know if you could tell her who her guardian angel is. At times, I feel like I see a quick shadow.
You're not going to see a guardian angel's shadow. That is either an infestation in the home, an attachment following you around, or an earthbound. Okay. Sometimes people perceive visiting loved ones from home, but that looks more like a sepia tone brown color kind of shadow. It's not a dark shadow. Guardian angel. Oh, we got a Philip and a Cliff. There's two of them. Because I kept going back. Philip, Cliff. They chose their names. I think you need a house cleanse or personal cleanse. I would contact Marcy Hell for that.
Marcy,
I'm a little bit booked.
Raul has a question about his fiance Marcy's granddaughter Journey. She's come down with RSV. She's in the hospital ICU. He just wants to know if she's going to be okay. Don't know.
Person and then the granddaughter's name again.
Journey, Journi, and it's Marcia's granddaughter or Marcia's granddaughter.
I see her leaving there. I see her wheeled out in a wheelchair to the car. So I think she'll be okay. Why is my Siri going off? I hate that. That freaks me out.
Verhaja
Stop
says
listening to me.
1,800 likes for Mike and Jen. Yes, please hit the thumbs up like button and subscribe if you can for $5 a month. Rabatalia, $10 Rumble rent. Can you tell me the name of my spirit guide or guardian angel? Not without your real name, hun. We need your real name. Thank you for the.
Please comment with your real name. Ask again.
Yeah. Try to get it in there as quick as possible. Big Bust in Long Beach. We're shipping containers, drugs, and trafficking. Eva Michelle, Little Red Castle, $5 a month subscriber, says, Jen, sometimes when I wake up in the mornings, I have no idea where I am. This morning I woke up, I knew I was in my bedroom, no idea beyond my room, so it's disturbing. Is that a question? Eva Michelle. So what's happening? She wants to know what's going on. You being abducted at night by aliens, maybe? I don't know.
You need to have that checked out. There's something going on cognitively.
Okay. Crunchwrap is now a $5 a month monthly supporter.
Crunchwrap.
Thank you, Crunchwrap. Linboo. Who are we looking for? We're looking for. Okay. Linboo says, hi, Mike and Jen. My name is Lynn. What kind of work do you see me doing in the future?
It has something to do with transportation.
Cool. Okay. Let the truth be known, says there's a bunch of small explosions being reported around my area. That would be tunnels getting nuked, blown up, not nuked, but blown up. Hi, Jen. This is Holly, and my husband Bill is having ringing in his ears for the past month. Is this something medical or something else going on? Well, it's usually plugged ears, but
he's got a lot of congestion in the inner ear and the sinuses. Get him checked for a sinus infection as well.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure way in there in the head.
Diana would like to know if she's going to move to northern Idaho.
I thought you already asked me that.
Yeah.
Northern Idaho?
Asked the same question twice.
I mean, I did see you in Idaho and not the other places.
Yeah.
Post Falls.
Stephanie with the $5 Rumble rant wants to know if James and she are going to be having more children after the med beds.
That's a question I don't normally answer. I'll do that in private to gauge. I have to gauge where somebody's at with that. I'm not going to hit you with an answer. Then you're just going to if it's a no and you jump off a cliff. No, I'm not doing that.
Jackie, Jakki, says, hi, Jen. Is All Day Chemist one of the India companies that put cement fillers in their medications? I don't think so, but I don't know.
False.
Sarah with an H, Mercedes, wants to know if she'll stay in her current home after the RV or will she move away?
No, I think you move pretty quick.
Yeah, guys, these are, you got to make your own decisions about your own life. You're going to have the flexibility to do whatever you want. Don't ask Jen to tell you where to go. You won't be happy if Jen picks where you're going to live. You're not going to be happy. Pick where you want to live yourself. Karen says, I've been debating about building a house or buying a beautiful home. I have had my eye on for a while. Which should I choose?
Karen, you are not going to be happy unless you build your own home. There's too many things that you want, and you're very particular about certain things, and you're going to build your own home.
Okay. Joanne says, you had mentioned you were supposed to have had the best Monday ever. Has that already happened? Yeah, that was something.
Apparently not. Okay,
Apparently
thanks for, sticking your finger in that wound, but no, not so far. It hasn't. I've had 2 of the best Tuesdays ever, and that was when my children were born.
Yeah. Oh, cute. They're both on Tuesday, huh?
Yeah, Tuesdays.
Hey, Coon, a $1 Rumble Rant. We'd like to help you, buddy or ma'am, but we don't have your name. Will I be building my dream home this summer? I don't know. The $1 Rumble Rant person.
No, not that fast.
Not that fast.
It takes longer.
It takes 9 months to build a really nice house sometimes. Okay, Diana, last one. Says her husband, Mike, had a heart attack in December and a stent was put in. He is still having heart palpitations, and I'm wondering if there's still something serious going on. Well, yeah, of course there's something serious going on.
There's some vibration or something, some movement on that stent. Go in and have it checked. Make sure it's secure.
Okay, and Rada Pataglia 811, we need your name. Get back in there and give us your name. I'm gonna stop that share and reattach the chat, and I will look for that before we.
I would just like everybody to know that I'm very stressed out. I'm about 4 days behind on my emails. I've been trying to find a block of time, an hour, to get in there and to start getting caught up.
But in the meantime,
be patient, okay? Very busy time for me.
In the meantime, your hair is absolutely gorgeous. Mike, your hair is always undercover. No, I frequently let my hair out, but just not today because it's kind of messy. But, yeah, I let my hair out. My hair is free to roam, Christine.
Thank you.
Iridescent Flame. Jen, my wife Tammy is having bowel issues and is constantly constipated. Any help? Usually this is medications. Drink more liquids. Gatorade. Take magnesium. Believe me, you'll go.
This actually, I think she needs to go in about something is drawing the fluid out of the bowels. That's not an easy answer there. I'd have it checked.
Jeanette is wondering when she'll see her daughters again. Apparently there's some sort of rift there.
October.
Okay, Jerry call. Yeah, after the RV and you got money, then suddenly they'll be friends again. Jerry Collier would like to know about his grandson Grayson. He's going back to this is the RSV patient. This is the question from the other side. So looks like he gets out from there. John de Townsend says, I'm struggling in my current new job. Will it get better or will I find something new and better soon?
Stay where you are right now. Things, economy, everything's going to get better. There'll be more opportunities, but right now, for you, there isn't.
Interesting. Okay. Gina Robinson says, YouTube surveyed me about their notification for your show, which arrived after your show started. I rated their notice very dissatisfied. They should be sending us notices well in advance. That continues to be a problem, which is why we just do all the advertising up front while we wait for everybody to get in here.
But if everybody were to go to Philosophy on Telegram, oh crap, never mind. I forgot to post a link today. I was going to say I always post a link.
Okay.
But I didn't. I'm gonna
Okay.
go do that now.
All right.
It's there.
If you have to set up notifications, says Baja Girl. I never get notifications until I checked I wanted them, and then I had to turn it off because every 200 plus channels seem to have a new show. Too many. Yeah, that's the upside and the downside of that.
Normally, I post all the links to everything we're on Philosophy on Telegram before the shows. Today, didn't do that.
James Foster says, will my son Tyler have any problem exchanging his currency? T-I-E-L-E-R.
No.
Teeler. No, he won't. Jen's really focused right now. We can tell that.
Oh, I'm always doing two things at once, so I can do that.
Sonny Karstead says, can you tell me when I will get a job? Sonny Karstead.
$10 days.
Okay. Joe Grana says, Mark said the amendments will be voted on by Friday, then leading to budget sheets, so the rate does not have to be released prior to Friday. Yes, it does. It does not need to be released before the budget is addressed. Yeah, it kind of does. It kind of really does, because they can't, they have to put the rate out. They can only do that when Forex allows them to do that, which is Wednesdays and Saturdays.
My take on it is all of this is excuses to keep everybody comfortable.
That's what I said.
Until they get the go ahead from Trump that we're all clear and we're safe to do this.
If you believe the rumors, that's what they're in Iraq for right now. So we'll see. Sybil from Alabama says, I purchased a reading with Jennifer, sent an email, but it must have somehow messed it up. No, it's possible Jen just hasn't gotten it to it.
Depends on when you did it. What people are doing is they're misspelling my name, which happens all the time. Falah is F as in Frank, A-L-L-A-W, not O-W. Okay. Also, if you use the email form on the website, sometimes, and for some people, it doesn't come to me, and I don't know why. So just send it
resend it. But she would like to have one question answered while she's here.
At gmail.com. And I'm usually behind on emails because I get hundreds of them. And it's not all purchases. It's people talking to me. And I have to read through them to find out if they purchase something or what they need. And I do a lot of free work. What?
Email owns you.
It does. I'm really so tired. But yeah.
So
I need somebody to do that, but I'm the only one that can answer those questions.
Yeah. Well, actually, you need somebody to filter through your emails and only send you the ones that are, business related.
I need a tech person who's going to set me up and streamline everything. I got myself set up with Square, and I got it so you can schedule yourself. And then people started scheduling. It was allowing people to schedule without making a payment, and it won't accept the payment. So there's some kind of, and I haven't had time to figure it out.
Sucks.
So I'd have my kids working for me, but that's like, hey, clean up your room. All right, 10 days later, they don't listen to me. They don't do what I say. So
you should be putting them to work. They're not doing anything else.
Right. There's a lot of things that should be going on with the children.
Sybil would just like to know, will she someday have her own clothing store?
Ooh. It's a boutique, but you also sell gift items and shoes. Yes.
Gina Robinson, or Karen, says a friend has gone missing. Gina Robinson says her name is Karen. Karen's neighbor thought she went to Florida. Can you pick up on Karen and if she is?
She's okay, but she's with someone else. I think that's just, I don't think she was hurt or anything, but that's better to ask Susan.
There was a couple in high school, a football player and their next door neighbor, and they were the all-American couple. He was a football player. He was, going to go into Navy and captain of the football team, and she was going to marry him. And then one day she just up and ran off with a black saxophone player. So just happens. What happened to her? Oh, she ran off with a black saxophone player party. Nancy Parsley, will Ron help me with the summer camp for kids after the RV?
I think he'll be supportive of you, but helping you a lot, no.
Thomas Klein wants to know if Costco will change their stance on DEI after Al Sharpton walked into Costco with his entourage. I know I'm boycotting.
Their stance on DEI?
Yeah, Trump basically made DEI illegal, and Costco said we're going to do it anyway. And he said, great, you're going to be sued for discrimination then against white people. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Or the, chairman of the board of Costco did that. So.
They're going to hold out on that as long as they can. But yeah, they're going to have problems. They'll eventually cave.
Still didn't get a name on that one question. I feel terrible you didn't get your question answered there, Radijingla or whatever your name is. Cooper wants to know if he's okay after his medical mishap several weeks ago.
Basically okay, you are healing, but I think that you need to go in and have a couple things checked.
Chris Iverson, Batman, says she didn't tell the whole truth about the drones. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
think he's talking about the press secretary and not me.
Alan, yeah, that's what he means.
Yeah.
Alan wants to know about his sister Regina is partially paralyzed after a stroke and 2 surgeries. Do you foresee her getting a medbed appointment? I would think she'd be near the front of the line, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Jen, it's Mary. I often daydream of my future and I'm living single, but I'm married. Do you see me independent or with my husband?
That means she's married and they live in 2 different locations.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't, Gabriel, I said single or married, Gabriel. He says you can't make that decision. So.
Yeah. Phil says, first of all, Jen, you look gorgeous. Do you see me in a med bed this year, 2025? Will Phil get into a med bed in 2025?
June.
Jordan says his dog Odie is acting up like he doesn't feel good. Does he have a cold?
He doesn't feel good. I think it's parasites because I see all these little tiny things all over the place. Either that or he's got a bacterial infection in the body.
Get him some ivermectin or get him to the vet and get him taken care of. And get him on Mike Bear Pets. Go over to Mike Bear Pets and talk to Diana. She'll get you on the right meds for him.
You know what I did for Rosie?
No.
Because she gets... she's old and she doesn't move a lot and her back legs are going, but whatever. I got amoxicillin.
Mm-hmm.
And I gave her the ivermectin and she's doing much better. But I got her amoxicillin because she gets bladder infections all the time. I'd be in and out of the vet all the time. I got her human amoxicillin, gave her 500 milligrams twice a day, and now she's good. And she's not waking me up all night long to go to the bathroom every 3 hours. So
that's a lot, actually. 500 milligrams? Wow. That's like a human dose. You did the research on that, right?
I did.
Okay. All right.
That's exactly what they gave her when I took her to the vet last time.
All right. Okay.
I did the research on it to make sure that it's the same thing that they give them.
After the apocalypse, if you need antibiotics, Jen's got them.
No, I'm telling you what I got, and then what I got is for my people. So.
Market cornered. Some people have gun safes. Jen has an antibiotic safe.
Mama's got everything.
Mom's got
okay. Whatever goes down, whatever you need, it's in my purse. Whatever goes down, I got it.
Sheila
I've already thought about it.
Says, how about Levitra? You got that in your purse. Sheila says, I've had lung issues for years, and now I'm homebound. I'm sorry to hear that. When will I be able to get back to some semblance of celebrating life moments with my family?
So I don't know if this is a med bed. Could be. But I'm also getting this inhalant that actually rebuilds the lungs. And that is one of the cures. It's a form of an inhaler, and it actually like rebuilds the lung tissue. That's awesome.
Ossibomb says, Elizabeth here. Do I have a good chance of acquiring some agricultural land here in California that we are interested in?
There's a problem with that. There's a problem with some red tape with that. I don't know if they're going to let you do it. I see it falling through. That idea.
Karen,
okay, I got to get going.
Karen Cow says, I had a tarot reading recently. The woman was adamant that I'm a gifted tarot reader and that I should apply myself to learning to read. Do you agree with her? As long as it's not Jenny Constantine, I would take that advice. But yeah, just do you agree, Jen?
It's pulling you in the wrong direction. You don't need the cards. So this is some kind of soul choice right here. Do you want to learn how to use these cues, or do you want to open up to what is already present and use that? So yeah.
Is there anything inherently dangerous about tarot or Ouija boards, that kind of thing? Or you just have to be super careful about letting the right spirits in?
I was told to stay away from Ouija boards, scrying, looking into crystal balls or water, or pendulums, because anything that can be easily manipulated is an invitation for any dark entities that are running around to deceive you. Okay. Any kind of card or tool that you use, you have to put your intention into it. And I will direct you that it is always best when using cards to pray over them, to call in Jesus and the angels and God and say, let this reading be blessed. Let no evil enter here. But people that use those things without that kind of protection.
Yeah.
It's a vehicle for dark spirits to deceive you. And then attach to you. So we don't want to do that.
No, we don't want to do that. All right, guys, that is going to wrap up the show. Keep your eyes and ears open today and tomorrow and Friday. It's ripe for something to happen. So again, let's hope that it does. You can always reach me on MikeBara.blogspot.com. Real News Live with Mike and Jen is the channel here on Rumble. Mike Bara Chat on Telegram, Instagram, MikeBara333, and at MikeBara333 on Twitter X. And you can reach Jen at JenniferFalah.com. Philosophy on Telegram and Jennifer Falah on Telegram, and Philosophy Chat on Telegram. And Jen frequently puts specials up there she doesn't put anywhere else. So anything, any final thoughts before we head out for our wonderful Wednesday, Jen?
Let's hope we get RFK Jr. confirmed. Yeah. Has he been confirmed yet? I'm waiting on that. We need that.
I think they're having hearings today.
That's a big deal for the med vets.
Yeah, and Pam Bondi is also a big deal for the Epstein list. So, people
they're all like, a big deal.
When is Trump going to release the Epstein list? Because he's on it. No, the reason it hasn't happened is because you libtards are blocking Pam Bondi. Get her in there and it'll come out. So
We need all these people in place.
there you go. So, all right, guys, thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. I will be back tonight on Whiskey and Wisdom with the original Mark Z. I suspect Jen will be floating around in the chat having some fun. Maybe. And Jen and I will see you back here on Monday unless we actually do get the news we're looking for. And then I think Jen and I will find 15 minutes at least to come on and talk to you guys. So that's the plan. See you tonight. Love you guys. You're the best. Have a great one. And we will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.